Good morning, Navy Supply Corps School. My name is Lieutenant Junior Grade Dalton St, Romain, and I am joined today by PSC Alexander, my trusty, handy-dandy go-to Deputy Dispersing Officer. I am the Assistant Supply Officer on board USS Lassen, DDG 82, out in Mayport, Florida, and I am privileged to speak with you all today regarding my experiences on my first tour as a division officer, as well as my past experiences at the Supply Corps School, and how they helped me shape myself to become the person that I am. A little bit about me: I am a 2021 graduate of Texas A&M University. I was in the Corps Cadets, Company E2, best outfit on the quad. And I actually did not start off as a supply officer. I started off as an NFO. And what I love about the Supply Corps is that we're like a hodgepodge of different communities all meshing together and becoming one big family. So there's this thing you go through in Supply Corps School called OLQ boards, Officer Like Quality Boards. Once you go through it, they kind of put you on the spot. They make you think, make you analyze, make you dig deeper. That helps a lot. Working around SWOs, they ask you the 5 W's. Who, what, where, when, and way forward is the 5th one. They'll probably ask you why too with things as well. But always being able to elaborate what you're talking about. Hey, Captain, we got this going on at this time. These sailors moving these parts from here to here. And they'll probably say, all right, thanks. And then you're good to go. Other day in, day out things you can't really prepare for at school. You can, oh, I'm gonna be a Divo, yay! And then you realize, like, oh shoot, like this is a lot. Especially on DDGs, you're probably going to be the only Divo in a department of anywhere between 40 to 60 sailors. That can add up and get taxing really quickly. But going to Supply Corps School and having that strong educational foundation of being taught, hey, this is what S1 does, what S2 does, knowing what I was getting myself into prior to coming here absolutely made my first tour much more memorable. Recently qualified Swissco, did it in 359 days, so just shy of 1 year. The goal was 1 year or less, so I did manage to meet that goal. Had an awesome chain of command backing me up and an amazing SEPO supporting me, and that's absolutely key, is being able to foster those relationships with your superiors and with your peer group as well. When SEPO pinned me, I said, this isn't my pin, wardroom, this is our pin. I love helping people. I'm a huge extrovert. I do not like hiding away in my office, and I highly recommend you do the same. It's very easy to just kind of go behind this door and close it and then never come out. Fostering those relationships absolutely helps with your time on board. Being able to directly make an impact in people's lives is huge. And that's not just me being a supply officer, that's me being a division officer as well. One of the biggest leadership lessons that I took away from Supply Corps School was the platinum rule. In the Navy, and I think in life in general, the platinum rule is way more important. Treat people the way they want to be treated, because that will make your experiences and your interactions go a lot smoother. Boarding for my Swissco pin was the biggest challenge I've overcome. The boarding process was intense. I'm not gonna lie, I did fail. My first 2 second tour boards. The way boarding works, you board with your second tour division officers, department heads, and then ultimately department heads, XO, and captain. Failed the second tour board twice. Board again 3 days later, passed that. Department head board, passed it the first go around, and then ultimately the CO's board, but after holiday leave, passed that the first time up. And that was, needless to say, a huge weight off my shoulders. My predecessor was fired. The official term is DFC, detached for cause. So I find that out shortly before I got here, and I was like, okay, I'm up for a challenge. Let's make it happen. So I got here, and our ship was just entering the maintenance phase. So I walk up on the quarterdeck in my blues and all that, all excited, ready to start my real Navy career, I guess. And everyone's wearing hard hats and coveralls and is giving me these weird looks. And I'm like, what's wrong? They're like, sir, you need a hard hat. I'm like, a hard what? Needless to say, I was at work till 1900 that day. SEPA was CDO. It was hard to get a chance to sit down and actually meet one-on-one. Once we did, and we hashed things out, and we got to know each other and all that, he's like, hey, this is what's going on. You're my new Divo. This is what I expect from you. Having that established relationship with my SEPO from the get-go was huge. And I credit my success to him. I rode a tugboat out to the ship for my first underway. Did not get seasick, was very confused, arrived on the ship at like noon probably, grabbed lunch, and they're like, all right, we got flight quarters in 2 hours, new dispo to the tower. And I was like, cool, what am I doing? Granted, I'd been to HCO school by then, but I was in the tower from 1500 until 0200 that day. Yeah, and that was my next week underway, was just tower time all the time. I got HCO qualified in a week. When you're on a DDG, you're the only division officer across the 4 supply divisions. I'm counting S4. Being the only divo across 4 divisions it's challenging, right? You know, I've actually got an eval right here, evaluation, for one of my sailors who's transferring that I need to work out on. I had a stack of admin folders like probably this high that I had to just power through yesterday, trying to get them routed up. From anything from lead chits, special requests, evals, there's always something you're working on. But knowing how to manage your time and employ your people to make things happen for you while you're busy in the back is important. But you also need to know how to lead from the front and how to roll your sleeves up and, you know, sling stores with your sailors when it's time to sling store, because they can't do everything themselves, just like you can't do everything yourself. So just know how to manage that and lead by example with that.